And we're live, and for some reason I've got two Theos. Bear with me 1 second.
You can never have enough Theos.
Apparently I cannot. I felt that so much I put Theo on there twice.
Hell yeah.
Hello, lovely people.
Theo's so nice, you gotta have them twice.
I could see Theo in Therio.
In Therio, I like that.
It's surround sound.
Hi everybody, welcome to the chaos. We are some other heroes. We are back. Sorry about last week. I was ever so poorly, dreadfully so, and I would have been really unpleasant to listen to.
Happy unpleasantness.
Yes. Unfortunately, our Michelle has got the lurg this week, so cannot be with us. So we are sending thoughts and prayers to our wonderful skier. We miss you lots, and we hope you feel better very, very soon. So we hope, guys. So we're clear on this. This is not a weekly thing. Nobody else gets to do this now. We're good, okay? No more sick.
Did you hear that? White blood cells.
Yeah. That's how that works, right? I just tell you, and that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we are some other heroes. We are queer dungeoneers playing a homebrew adventure of Dungeons and Dragons set in a world of floating islands and skyships and strange magics and deep mysteries. And, some funny little guys. Played by these wonderful people here, all of whom will introduce themselves. If you do not know already, my name is Chris. I am the dungeon master for this adventure and the producer for this show. I use he, him, and that's me. I'm going to pass over to Charlie.
Mon Dieu. Hello, I'm Charlie. She, her pronouns for myself, as is for Aisling, my Saw Warlock, chaotic, definitely not dead, completely alive Satyr. She's fine, don't worry about it, she's fine.
Amazing. Yeah, totally fine. Nothing weird going on here at all. Wayne, would you like to go second, please?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Wayne, and my pronouns are he, him. And I shall be playing the Dragonborn rogue today.
Wunderbar. And last but never least, because we've already had them twice on the screen, Theo.
One is more than enough. Hi, I'm Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Eugene, the elf wizard.
Wonderful. Just to check before we're diving in, because I had to rebuild some stuff this week, have we got any echoes or weird sound stuff? Beside mine and Wayne's normal, they live in the same house. You can sometimes hear them.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Nope. Oh, God. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No, I love it. Oh, God, keep it.
That's a really good place to introduce our amazing mods. We have two mods in our chat. We have Nikki, who is Bespectacled Man, and we have Hedge, who is Hedgehawk UK. They are wonderful, wonderful people. We love them very much, and they are here to help us keep the chat safe. As we said at the top there, we are Queer Dungeoneers. We are an LGBTQIA+ safe space, but we are also a safe space for any other marginalised folks, and we work to try and keep it that way. If you see or hear anything in the chat that makes you feel uncomfortable, please whisper to either Hedge or Nikki. Let them know. If we haven't spotted it, they will look into it for us. They're amazing.
No turfs, no Tories.
No turfs.
Get fecked.
They have huge band hammers. We have gifted it to them. They will use
War
them.
hammers.
But they will also be lovely and chatty and wonderful as well. So
yeah, if you're not a turf or a Tory, you can.
Cool. Before we jump into today's episode, we have a bit of a reveal, which I think everyone's forgotten about. So, our wonderful Charlie has updated all of the character art for this show. And if my players would like to open Alchemy and open the battle map, they can see all of them together. Whilst I just jump this over.
Oh, we look so good!
for everybody at home. Oop.
So
Apparently
pretty.
Yeah.
Just need to move. I just need to move Charlie. Bear with me 1 second. These are beautiful. Charlie, you have really outdone yourself. These are gorgeous. It's so
amazing.
wonderful seeing how much they developed over the last 3 years.
It's endless fun drawing all of this. I love it.
Yeah, really, really cool. So beautiful.
I know, right? Bespectacled man. When I saw them, I was like, Eugene looks all grown up.
I get to draw snatched Eugene.
I
Like,
love that.
been at the gua sha for 4 years kind of Eugene.
Look at these gorgeous babes. They're amazing. Charlie, thank you so
Thanks,
much for doing
everyone.
this. I know it's a labour of love, but we really, 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 really appreciate it.
Aw, you're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely
I love it.
fantastic stuff. We love it. And so I guess I'll jump us into the updated. Oh, look, Theo's twice there too. I did such a good job today.
The update is 2 Theos.
The update is 2 Theos. Theo is going to be playing 2 characters today just to make up for Michelle. No,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
make anyone do that. That's not fair.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh dear. Yeah, so there you go. That is the art update.
Fresh and shiny.
Fresh and shiny. And we will post those onto our socials this week to show them off. And I might try and find some time to add some character bio stuff to give you an update on what the
Yay.
characters have been up to, who they are, and where they come from for newer players, for newer visitors.
I think we
to
should all
channel.
have top trumps cards for our characters.
Well, when I've got a bit more time, maybe I'll think about updating the tarot cards again.
Top
To
tarots.
reflect your work. Top tarots. Cool. I don't think there's anything else announcement-wise. We do have a load of our friends on our intermission video. We would love for you to check that out when we have our intermission. Just so that you can pop past and say hi and say that we sent you, because there's lots of wonderful folks out there and we do try and kind of shout them out and show what they're up to. If you have a project, a show, anything else that you would like to shout out, please drop us a line and let us know. We can be found at Sum of Heroes or wherever your media is socialed. Just drop us a line and one of us will get back to you and get that sorted. Cool. Time for me to ask my players. Is there anything I have missed or anything that you would like to shout out?
I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons improv with some wonderful pals tomorrow night in Norwich at Last Pub Standing, 7:30 if you're about.
Yes.
Myself and some other excellent people who you may know of, including people from Dice and Slice and Bespectacled Man, who's here right now. It's going to be sickening and it's going to be chaotic, and come say hi. 7:30 Last Pub Standing. It's free.
If you are in Norwich, it's going to be worth doing it. They're all wonderful, wonderful people. It is being run by Josh, who played Slick Joe.
Yep.
Charlie is in it. Alicia
Oh yeah,
and
I forgot to mention that.
Nikki, who you have all met through Some Other Heroes, or Dice and a Slice, who of course are
Yeah.
very, very good friends. We're looking forward to it. It should be a real giggle.
It's going to be fucking nuts.
Yes,
No matter what.
absolutely. We'll save Rooney a seat. I'm wondering
Yeah,
if
you
somebody will
pop
let us
over.
record it. Just pop over. It's easy, right?
If you leave now, you could be here in time, right?
Yeah.
True.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Well, with that, shall I drop the titles?
Yeah, treat yourself. Look. Hi.
That was brilliant. We were talking about the fact that foreshortening Dragonborn is very difficult, and it's like, and the thing that made me corpse was Charlie saying it's like if a crocodile was crossed with a pug.
Just try to foreshorten a Dragonborn face. Art people will get it. It's a fucking
I get
pain.
it. I completely
Oh, I
get
know
it.
you get
it. Oh dear. Anyway, previously on Some Other Heroes, our friends are in the land of dust and shadows, having been summoned by Thronesblade via imps scattered through the ways, brought together to Bridget's camp at the edge of where the war with the agents of the worm that devours. It has been revealed that Alabaster, Aisling's fiendish patron, is dying. Has channeled too much energy to keep Aisling alive, and because of the separation caused by a wish spell, he's unable to sustain both himself and her. This has been revealed to have been an inevitable outcome, but not one that people were prepared for. Presently, the choices are: let Alabaster die, let Aisling die, or travel beyond the veil to a parley with the god of the dead to try and get some, if not all, of Aisling's life force back.
No big deal. No big deal.
Having had these revelations, our four friends are presently thinking on the conversation, having an opportunity to digest what has been said and wait as Rook, Bridget and Lou gather some allies who might be able to help. So as our scene settles in, I would like to start with Rock and ask, what is Rock doing at this moment, and what is his present state of mind?
I think when we last left Rock, he walked out the tent, and kind of left them all there to chat, or that's what he told them to do anyway. And then he left the tent, and I think Rock just anyone who sees him will just see Rock kind of just casually walking away from the tent. And I think he just kind of walks in a direction, and keeps walking until there is somewhere that's like a rock, excuse the pun, to hide behind, or a mound or a hill, or somewhere that there is a space where nobody will see him. And he just leans against the kind of the rock behind him, and he's just kind of looking down very quietly for a moment. And then he turns around and punches the rock, like full on punches the rock. 2 or 3 times, and then goes, ow!
Great paladining. Nice. Love it.
Make me an unarmed strike.
Constitution check.
That was a natural 1.
Ah!
Yeah,
The
you
rock
do.
punches you.
The rock punches you.
In Soviet Russia.
In land of dust
Rock
and shadow,
punch
rock
you.
punch you.
I turn to punch the rock, and I stand on a rake.
Great. Wonderful.
Imp walks along and goes, sorry. Yeah, you can take a point of bludgeoning damage, which is just typical for that sort of thing.
What
I
did
think
you
I don't know if
score?
that probably doesn't improve Rock's mood in any way, shape, or form.
No, but I think he very quickly kind of regains composure. And then just kind of stays there for a bit, just trying to process everything and just really fluctuating between being desperately worried about Aisling, really confused about how emotional and how upset he was about seeing Alabaster, and how insanely angry he is. Because once again, it's this stupid presentation of, oh, for the greater good, or somebody he loves suffering. And that on top of this constant thing in the back of Rock's mind about wanting to do what's right for the greater good himself, but also being torn between knowing that that's not really where he thinks he should be. He's just really angry and sad and desperately, desperately worried about Aisling. Also, partly because he knows that Aisling has a big enough heart that she actually probably would give her life for Alabaster without thinking through really the impact it would have on everyone else.
You are, to all intents and purposes, alone. Your ever-present shadow sits about 10 foot away, giving you the space to rage and do
I mean,
what you need to do.
she's got her hood up, so I won't see her.
She's just letting you know that she's there, but she's not forcing or pushing. She's just kind of there. And I think you see a slump in her shoulders and a dip in her energy that indicates that she also is struggling with this all.
I think after a couple of sort of minutes of being torn between whether he wants to just run away properly and try and lose Skier, but then realizing he probably will never manage that, I think Rock will just wander over to where Skier is sitting and literally just sit next to her. Not saying anything, not trying to comfort her, just sit next to her.
Two of you sit with your own feelings. She's throwing one of her daggers at moving motes of dust and then back to her hand.
Show off.
And eyes drift back to the camp. And we're going to ask Eugene where you are and what your present state of mind is.
I think Eugene is pacing up and down, not very far from the tent. I think he's waiting for Aisling to check that she's okay, but I think he's feeling very conflicted right now because he wants to be there for Aisling and he's obviously very worried about her, but also he feels incredibly bad about not telling anyone about what he knew because Thronesbane told him not to tell Aisling. So he's kind of like, I want to stay here and be there for Aisling, but also the guilt of having to see Aisling knowing that I knew this whole time and I didn't say anything. So I think he's kind of like pacing like further away from the tent and then getting back towards the tent and being like
Aw.
deciding what to do and what to say, because he knows he has to tell Aisling and Rock and Skia that he knew, and he didn't say anything. And I think he's also feeling kind of frustrated because he wanted to try and figure out how to fix this before it got to this point.
And logically, under normal circumstances, you and Throne's Blade would have had more time if it were not for the interference of the ignorant.
That's his official title.
The interference of the ignorant. Motherfucker.
But whether that logic sits in or not is another matter, because our hearts and minds do not always sing in concert. Within the tent, despite his injuries and how frail this massive stone form actively looks, Alabaster is laughing, chuckling as much as he can, as close as he can. Aisling sitting on the edge of the makeshift cot that has been made for him, picking details of all the absurd and ludicrous things that the Chosen have got up to since Alabaster was banished from their company. In turn, he has told stories that most people would find quite horrific about how he was hunting down members of Fire's army, the remnants, how, despite his intentions otherwise, he ended up helping Bridget and Lou by thinning the ranks of some fairly powerful fiends before he started to lose his power. As always with Alabaster, there's some gruesome discussion about how he went about it. But how is Aisling feeling?
Whew. I think I was trying to work it out whilst you guys were talking. I think it's in 3 layers how she's feeling. I think the first layer, which is like the visible one, is she's quite frantic and she is quite keen to go and do this fucking thing that they had the idea for. Just like, go, let's get this extra time, let's get this sorted, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. It will be fine, we can fix it, it will be fine. I think she's got that. And then the layer underneath that, she's definitely got quite a bit of rage towards Fuckface, who wished Alabaster away. She's definitely got quite a bit of that, but that's underneath. But then the thing right underneath that, which is making her feel physically sick, is knowing, similar to what Rock knows, is that yeah, she fully would, if it came down to it, be like, okay, I'll die. But she knows that, even though she consciously doesn't think she wants to do it or anything like that, she's got this really horrible sick feeling that she's like, oh, I feel like I would probably do that, and that's terrifying. So yeah, I think those are the layers that she's feeling at level of how consciously she's feeling it. I think the bottom one, that last one, is just she kind of just feels it in her stomach as being a bit sick.
Are you alright? You look like you could do with some air. And the air in the land of dust and shadows isn't exactly fresh, but perhaps you need to stretch your legs a bit?
Maybe. But no one else is in here, so you should probably have some.
I am fine. I am very good at switching off. Honestly.
Okay.
Also, if you are up to it, perhaps you could check on Eugene. I fear he may have walked a groove into the ground outside the tent.
Or what, like a dance?
No, like as in he's worn away part of the floor.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Oh yeah, trauma. Okay, you sure?
Honestly, there's a lot going on. I am quite clearly not going anywhere for the time being. Don't think Throne's Blade would let me go anywhere even if I wanted, if I felt like I could. And I'd rather you were all comforting and supporting each other than separate and brooding. We're a weird sort of family, but we are a family, I think.
That's cool. I've not had one of them before.
I think you might have had one longer than you thought you did.
That's true.
Go and check on Eugene.
Okay.
But don't feel like you have to be the strong one. Just listen.
Okay. She kind of doesn't touch him, but like air hugs him. She's like, okay. Yep. And she goes, but she keeps like stuttering and looking back and being like, okay, bye. I'll see you in a minute.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. And she eventually takes way longer than it needs to, but she eventually leaves the tent.
To find Eugene.
Do I see Eugene grooving? Alright, cool. Oh, sick moves, Eugene. Hey.
Oh, hey, this is a stupid question, but are you okay?
No.
Yeah.
It's weird and bad and, yeah. It feels bad.
What
I don't
can
really
I
know what to do.
Is there anything I can do right now? Do you need a hug?
Yeah, I think Ashley's slowly been moving in for one anyway. Whilst we've been talking, just slowly, just like, yeah, maybe. Would be quite nice.
Okay, right, what's happening?
Well, you're all tall now, so get even better hugs.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Don't question it. It's just science.
Right. Yes.
It's just science.
I don't know where Rock is. I guess we should find him.
Okay.
But you're okay?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to fix it. If we could sort of fix this, that would be great.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something, right?
Well, we have
Rock is really smart, so
yeah, we have like a plan, right? We have like a thing we can try, which is good, and not sitting around and waiting for one of us to die. Yeah, that. Okay, let's go find Rock.
yeah, he's probably somewhere near the wine, I guess.
He's at the beer tent.
It's always the first place I look for him when I've lost him.
Fair. Yeah, got library, buffet, or wine tent. Those are the three places we can be found. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty accurate.
Where is that? It looks like you've thoroughly explored these 7 foot.
Oh yeah. I was sort of worried, I guess, thinking.
Yeah. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, weird. Definitely horrible.
Mhm.
Stressful.
Mhm.
Anxiety inducing. We should find Rock.
Okay, yeah, because I feel a little bit like I might throw up. So if we could walk somewhere, that would be good.
Oh, you're not. Are you sick?
No, I don't think so, but I feel like I might be. Is that
You're
a thing
definitely
that
feeling
happens?
okay? You're not like all weird like before. Like your heart rate is fine, and you don't feel like. I can't remember how you described it before.
I don't
Like
know.
when you ate a really bad thing or something.
Oh. No, it feels like a different one. It feels like I've got like a load of wasps in me. And it's all big and loud and buzzy and makes me want to throw up.
Are these literal wasps or metaphorical?
That's only a question you could ask, Ashley.
I was just going to say that is
Like,
a
bitch, are these
reasonable
real
question.
wasps?
With Aisling, it's a reasonable question to clarify that. I mean,
That is perfectly reasonable. I haven't eaten any, so no.
Right. And you haven't been standing around with your mouth open really well?
Probably, but I
for an
I
extended period.
feel like, I feel like I would notice if a wasp happened, but that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like I need to move around a bit like your 7 foot of whatever happened here.
Oh, right. You're feeling anxious.
That one.
Okay.
Wasps.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I guess it does kind of feel like that. It's an interesting way of putting it. Okay, let's do something that will help. We should find Rock.
Okay. Yeah. Let's find Rock, and then if we're all together, it's okay.
And Skia, but I feel like she's difficult to find. And if we find Rock, we'll probably find Skia by
They're
default.
normally happen at the same time. Okay.
Did I see which way Rock went? Because I feel like Eugene came out of the tent after him.
He did. Let's have a retroactive perception check.
That's a 24.
24.
No,
Yes.
22.
22. You saw Rock, and you saw Skia very quietly shuffling
Very
off
briefly.
very briefly, shuffling off.
I mean,
around
it
about,
could have been Skia, it could have been a shadow.
10 foot behind him, keeping a nice, safe distance, but keeping an eye on him, whilst dragging her own feet and clearly thinking about things as well. And they headed outside the camp.
Okay. I will lead Aisling in the direction that I think they went. And
You
keep
come-
an eye out for them.
Aisling is weirdly quiet whilst we're walking there, by the way. Instead of just chatting shit constantly.
You come to the edge of the pickets that make out the edge. There is a very large, heavily spiked white demon with bright yellow eyes that is doing your patrol. You have a brief exchange with them, and they point you in the direction that they think Rock went. And let you on your way. And I think it's probably only about 5 minutes more, and you come across what looks like it may have been part of an old temple at some point, or a castle wall or something.
But since
about-
Rock got to it and punched it to pieces, it's now garbage.
And just beyond it, sitting, gazing out into the land of dust and shadow, are two very familiar figures.
I think as soon as Skia, because I'm sure she'll hear/see them before I will, points out that they're coming, I think Rock will immediately kind of stand up and sort of tell Skia, for God's sake, stand up.
Skia's like a fucking German
What?
Shepherd standing
Jeez.
behind you.
God. Sitting
And I
down
think-
for 5 minutes, God.
Yes, well, anyway, right. Okay, and I'm going to put my arm in Skia's arm and walk towards Eugene and Aisling. And if Skia tries to do the like, I'm going to lurk behind you thing, Rockster's going to keep pulling her forward and be like, stop lurking.
It's my job, God.
No, we need you here with us, not behind us now. And he's just going to walk up to Aisling and Eugene and be like, okay, so we have a plan, right?
Yeah, well, the vague idea of a plan, right?
Yes, I mean, they were going to come back to us with some information.
The scruffy half-elf was gonna bring some people.
Right, but we know we're going to have to go and talk to the god of death or something, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, I think we should hear out the plan first and evaluate the risks before we get too ahead of ourselves.
Well, I mean, worst that can happen is, what if I go and I don't come back? That's kind of what would
yeah, no,
happen anyway, right?
no, we're not having that discussion right now. Did you have another idea? Because it seems to me like that was the only alternative that was offered to us, was either one of them dies or we do that.
Well, no, I don't have another idea. But there is another option than us going to the beyond the veil.
What?
Well, as Rock just said.
What, one of them dies?
Yes.
No, there must be other options.
Well, like, I'm not saying we that's the preferred plan of action, but I'm just saying that we should evaluate the risks of the plan we're talking about going.
Yep. Okay.
beyond
No,
the
fair.
veil. We don't actually know what that will entail, and it could end up with all of us dying.
Yeah, which is not okay.
Yes, I understand, but I'd also like to point out that none of you knew what was going to happen when you went and embarked on various quests to try and save me.
No, but those quests didn't involve going to the land of the dead.
Well, no, it went to other places that were even worse, with hideous monstrosities and things. Well, look,
We didn't have to die to get there.
Yeah,
Well-
don't we have to be dead?
Well, that's a fair point. Yeah. Well, look, let's just see what their idea is. Although I would just like to point out that I think we need to be quite. How do I say this without sounding? I think we need to be very clear that everybody seems to have their own motives and preference for how this goes. So I'm not entirely sure that we can just trust anyone really at the moment.
Okay.
So I think we need to be just clear about our own choices, and that we're doing it because we think they're the best things, and not because someone else has positioned them in a way that it seems to be the best thing.
But they're good guys.
Which good guys? The ones that didn't tell us that this was going to happen, because they seem to be pretty sure about what their choice was on this. And I feel like maybe when we asked about this months ago, about what Alabaster was and how it would influence you, I mean, I get that there's a lot of things we didn't know, but they... Well, I just feel like they obviously have their preference for how this goes, and I'm not really on board with that. So, yes, I agree, we evaluate the risks. But I'm certainly not going to just sit back and let one of you die without doing something, or at least trying.
Okay.
I agree that Thronesblade has made it pretty clear the outcome that she would like, and I just would like to put it out there that I am not in agreement with that. But I think we should... I think we should listen to all the options before we decide we're going to do something crazy.
No, that's fair. I think you're right. I mean, at this point, I think we have to listen to all the options, because we don't really have one that is sounding particularly brilliant just right now. So we have nothing to lose by listening to all the options.
But can we listen to them soon?
Well, as soon as they get whoever it is that they're getting.
They said tomorrow.
And also, sometimes people know information and they really want to tell you, but they're not supposed to, or they can't for some reason. So, we can't be totally mad at people who keep things to themselves.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, I'm rolling one for skier as well as we talk.
Wow, that's one of the best insight checks I've rolled. But it's
would
still
you like
only
to
a 19.
roll a deception or persuasion, depending on what you feel Eugene is trying to achieve.
Oh, poor sweet Eugene. Ashley's not trying to.
Well,
check
that
Eugene.
seems on brand. It's a nat one. Look, I wanted to tell you, okay? I knew this whole time. I knew.
You knew-
Thronesblade told
wait,
me
you knew
months
what?
ago. I'm sorry. I'm really.
What?
I'm.
Wait,
Ashley,
you knew
Eugene,
which
it's okay,
part?
wait.
What did you know?
The last time we were here, just before we left, Thronesblade told me that the nature in which Aisling and Alabaster share one life force means that at some point we would have to make a choice, that they both couldn't survive. And I wanted to tell you, but Thronesblade told me not to tell Aisling.
Why?
Well, I guess I kind of agree. What would you have done if I told you?
Suppose. But I didn't. I mean, I kind of knew that Alabaster wasn't okay, but I didn't know it would be this bad.
I thought we would have more time. I've been trying to find a way to fix it. I I didn't want you to have to deal with it at all. And I'm sorry. She told me not to tell you, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to give you that kind of information. I know I should have, but that's a lot to tell someone.
Yeah. I think you're muted, Chris, by the way.
Skia kind of holds her hand up and goes, I get it. I think Eugene did the right thing.
I don't know about that. I did what I thought was right in the moment. I don't know if it was the right thing or not.
I don't know if there is a right or a wrong thing with this stuff, though, is there?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm really sorry, and I totally get it if you're angry or upset.
I don't think I'm angry with you. It's okay, Eugene. Like, I don't know what to do, ever. So, I get that you didn't know what to do with that. I just wish that we could have done something quicker, you know?
Me too.
Rather than, you know, him being all crumbly now. Wish we could have, like, been able to do something when he's not like that.
Yeah.
But I think Aisling will take Eugene's hand a little bit. It's okay, though. I'm not...
You don't have to tell me it's okay if it's
no,
not.
I know, but I'm not mad at you.
Okay, so Rock, you're really quiet. I feel like you have something to say.
I'm not really sure what I want to say. I am... I'm sad that you kept this to yourself for so long. I'm angry that Throne's Blade asked you not to tell us, because the only reason for that is so that we didn't do anything that would interfere with her plan. Quite frankly, that's the only reason I can see why they didn't want us to know. And if we had known, perhaps we would have known when the split happened that the consequences would be this big, and we wouldn't have left it so long.
That's kind of what I'm worried about.
I mean,
it's already happened, so we can't... It's like... I don't know. It feels weird to be angry about something that has already happened. Does that make any sense?
That's the thing. I am angry, but I don't even know if I'm angry with Eugene or just the circumstances, or because we've all made stupid choices and stupid decisions. But I thought we had got to a point where we were not keeping secrets from each other. But all that matters right now is that we try and find a way to fix this one way or the other, or to at least know what the options are. Right now, I'm just a little unsure about who to trust.
We trust each other.
I trust you guys.
Figure this out, and we get Alabaster back. Right? That's the plan.
Yeah. We can maybe that's something we can do.
I mean, I've seen you guys do some pretty amazing things already.
We have done some pretty bonkers stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna throw up real quick, and then we can go and go
Do
somewhere.
you want me to hold back your hair?
Yeah.
I'm just going to push Skier towards Aisling. Go on.
Yeah, Aisling's definitely had an anxiety throw up moment.
Oh look! The things I can taste, smell, and see are the same things.
So Skier only has to use uncanny dodge and evasion once. So
Nice. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Tactical chunder.
Right. Okay. I think I am going to head back towards the camp and see if maybe they have something infernal that tastes like wine.
Straight up lava.
and you head back to the camp. Is everyone else going with Rock?
Yeah, Aisling is fully like glue to these guys right now.
Yeah. Skier pushes a water skin into your hand.
She got Listerine on her or anything.
Yeah. Once she knows that you're okay, I think she quietly slips her hand into Eugene's and just gives it a squeeze. She doesn't say anything, but I think she gives you a look that says, I get it.
Yeah, I think Eugene's just very quiet, but appreciates, like, the hand holding, and I think Skier can see that he's not crying, but he's trying really hard not to cry. You know, when you have like the really watery eyes, like pre-cry.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, we've never had those feelings in real life.
No.
Swallowing that big lump in your throat, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm not gonna cry. Everything's
exceptional
fine.
pain in your throat or anything like that.
She just holds your hands and just being there, being that reassuring presence, because it's not fair to pull or push at those moments. Just let you deal with it the way you need to. 4 of you make your way back to the camp, where you find that there is an open area where many of those that need to consume things, and some of them that don't but choose to do so socially, gather for food and drink. There is a very confusing and like quite chaotic mix of people here. It's very easy to get yourselves lost or kind of be overlooked because the sheer size and presence of some of these wonderful creatures that have gathered to fight for the land of dust and shadows. It isn't long till you find a place where Rock can grab some wine, some proper wine. I think Lou pushes a bottle, is coming out of a tent with like a sandwich and a bottle of wine, takes one look at you all, pushes a bottle into Rock's hand, and just kind of goes and grabs a tankard instead. This looks heavy. If you need someone to shout at, scream at, Bridget's amazing for that. But if you just want to get drunk, I'm over there. And wanders off, followed by a couple of dryads who seem to have taken a liking to him.
Cool.
You find yourselves a quiet spot amongst all the hustle and bustle. A humongous demon with this crested horn that hooks back like fish hooks. It eventually wanders over and pops bowls of stew in front of you all.
Stew demon, yes.
All hail the student.
Stew
All
demon.
hail.
It's good. Eat. And it's off again.
Normally, Aisling would be like, "You're awesome," and she would have scarfed it, but she barely noticed him, and she has fuck all appetite right now.
Muted love.
I don't think Rock eats anything. I think he, probably despite Skier's best attempts, I think Rock just well and truly withdraws into himself for the evening and probably just avoids most of the sort of stuff that's going on. And I hate to say it because I fear there will be consequences. Probably just drinks a lot.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Drink responsibly, kids. Uh-oh.
Don't be Rock. Drink responsibly. Yeah, I think that all makes sense. And eventually you stagger to a tent that's been set up for all of you, a private space. Quite a large tent, enough for all of you to kind of have your own space if you need it. Rock, I think, make me a constitution check to see if you can stay awake with the alcohol in your system. You are effectively poisoned.
Oh, fuck.
Constitution saving throw? No.
Yeah, it would be a
What
con
did you
save.
drink?
16.
16. Cool. I think you push off the worst cases. You're not going to be debilitated tomorrow morning, but I do think you get to a point where you just crash.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was really the purpose, is Rock just drinks till he gets to a point where he's like,
yeah.
nobody's going to question if I actually just go and just pass out now.
Leaving the rest of you, Skier kind of tucks him in and then kind of settles in, doing a watch for as long as she can before she dozes off as well.
Yeah, but I mean, Skier tucks me in, she draws blood.
Only when she lets you know about it. But weighted blanket, not going anywhere.
It's held down with knives like stakes.
Tucked in,
pinned.
or as most normal people call it, restrained.
Fully restrained.
She's restrained you so she can have a sleep. And yeah, about Eugene and Aisling.
I think Eugene will probably just wait until he knows what Aisling's doing, like if Aisling's gonna sleep or not, because obviously he only needs to trance, so he'll just kind of wait.
He grooved earlier.
Oh,
Now-
yeah.
Now he's chancing.
Putting a fucking donk on it tonight.
Yeah.
Dance through the trauma.
Is Aisling opting to sleep tonight?
I think Aisling is, as the night goes on, getting more and more frustrated with how she's feeling these feelings, because before, when she was just fully immersed in her usual Fae bullshit, this wouldn't have bothered her too much. Mortality didn't bother her. Relationships like this didn't bother her. it was just like, whatever, it's all fleeting anyway, who cares, la 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 la, let's have a party. But now she cares.
Let's burn something down.
Let's just burn something, it's fine. But now she actually cares and doesn't actually want to die, but knows that maybe she might. And it's all very conflicting and horrible. And I think she's feeling more and more angry and frustrated as the night goes on, because she's like, why do I have all this stupid shit? I didn't used to have all these feelings. And she's just, getting steadily grumpier and angrier. And whenever they do go back to the tent, she's very stompy and like kicking things that are in the way kind of thing.
Rock doesn't wake up.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, she's fully like, if someone's left a bucket or a bit of plate armor or something, she just fucking boots it, because she's just, yeah. Everyone else is drunk and loud anyway, so she's like, well, I can get away with being a bit of a fucking toddler right now, so I'm just gonna kick something.
Cool. So that is your answer, Eugene. Aisling is having a full-on, proper,
Walking to the
deserved strop.
In a right strop, and she's really angry, and she's probably a bit teary while she's angry, because it's like rage crying. But yeah, when she does eventually get to the tent, I don't think she's able to sleep even if she wanted to. So she probably stays up.
In this scene, Aisling broke her toe, but they used that take.
Hey guys, did you know in this bit?
Fake shoe. She actually had a cast on.
Yeah, that's why her reaction's so good, because she literally broke her hoof.
Yeah, I think if Eugene, you need to grab Aisling or talk to her about anything, there's no chance to do so. Otherwise, the two of you probably find rest eventually.
Yeah, I don't think Eugene would try to talk to Aisling. Like, she's obviously not in a good mood.
I don't know what you mean.
So-
What gave it away?
It's difficult to have a rational conversation
Hey,
mid-strop.
I have much better insight since I died. So,
All the airborne plate armor didn't give it away or anything.
no.
I think she might be mad.
Yeah, I think, like, he wants to just give her space to work out her feelings in whatever way she needs. So he'll kind of leave her to it. I did just want to ask, like, would Eugene know where? So is right now are people like Rook and other people discussing the plan, or
Brooke said he was
is it
going to
that-
find some people. He had some people in mind. Bridget is helping him. Lou is quite clearly busy.
Helping himself.
And Throne's Blade said she was going to patrol the land of dust and shadow. Do whatever it is she does. So you four have pretty much been left to your own devices
Ooh.
for the moment.
Because I think Eugene would be of the mind that, like, he wants to help, but if he doesn't know where they are or what they're doing, then I guess he would just try and not go to sleep, but
Johnson Reed.
as close to, yeah.
Rest finds you all. You
At some point, can I just real quick say, at some point Aisling does lob her sketchbook across the tent, because not just out of stroppiness, but because she knows that if she doesn't, she's gonna look through it and then all the memories will make her sad.
cool. I think you lose sight of it.
Eugene puts it in his hat for later.
Yeah.
Just so it doesn't get lost.
You all eventually find some form of rest. And if you need it, you may take a long rest.
Why not? Does it heal
can't.
emotional damage? No.
No,
how
it does
unfortunate.
not. It
All right,
does,
cool.
however, heal physical damage, should you still have some lingering from the fight that you went through a little while ago. It is hard to tell when dawn comes in this land. The ever-present sort of dusk-like shadow stretches onwards. But there is a gentle knock on the beam that holds up the flap. And the spiritual form of Rook pokes his head through the door. Hello? Anybody awake?
Yeah, yes.
She's sitting like with her forehead on her knees, like a kid slumped in a corner kind of thing. And she just sort of waves a hand a bit, but doesn't look up.
When you're ready, and when you're able, I'll be around outside. I gathered some friends a short distance away. We decided to do it outside the camps, so it's harder for ears who may not deserve to know what we're talking about to eavesdrop. But Lou and I will be outside when you need us. Take your time, please.
Are we ready to do anything yet?
Yes, but you do not need to rush. Make sure you are comfortable and ready and fed.
Okay.
And he steps back through. And you realise that he didn't lift the flap up. He just kind of pushed his spiritual form
So
through it.
cool. Love ghost shit. That's so cool.
I rolled to see if Rock was awake, and he was. He was just ignoring everyone. But I think as soon as he hears that, he's just going to kind of roll over and just literally just start kind of getting ready.
How's your head, Rock?
It's fine.
Not as any complaints.
But I think everyone can see Rock, Rock definitely flinches ever so slightly every time there's a loud noise.
I'm just going to do a wisdom saving throw to see if Skia is strong-willed enough to not make banging noises.
Oh!
Strong-willed. She does it to teach Rock a lesson.
Likely.
Just say no, kids.
Just say no.
Just say no kids.
Yeah. No.
23, she resists the urge.
Damn.
It's alright, Rock probably still flinches every time she comes near.
I stabbed you once! And it wasn't even in control. You get ready. I think a breakfast is prepared. Breads, cheeses, meats, like tack, easy stuff to eat. The stuff that you can also pack away if you're not ready to eat yet.
Yeah, I think Rock will, grab something arbitrary that's sort of easy to literally just pick up and bite, but more out of knowledge that he probably needs to eat something more than actually wanting to have breakfast, and will just grab a flagon of coffee and then kind of awkwardly just hang around until anyone else is ready, because he's also like, okay, I just want to go now and talk to them.
Starbucks new size flagon.
Yeah. Flagon.
Makes more sense than a lot of their other sizes.
I think Aisling's realised that she's fucking starving because she's used to eating every minute of her life. So she's because she felt ill yesterday. She's now eating.
Eating to make up.
Putting together some little medieval Lunchables.
Make me a perception check as you are kind of getting yourself sorted out, Aisling.
It's a 19.
19. You notice some of the meats that you're kind of pulling off, a little chunk disappears. As if slipped up into nothing. And you remember that you never really saw what happened to percussion.
Yes. Can she
appears-
hold another bit up and just sort of hope?
Again,
percussion
same thing.
fix
You feel his little fingers wrap around the meat and it disappears.
Hell yeah. Okay, because Aisling doesn't eat meat, she's gonna take some just for percussion.
Rock's just looking at it going, what the?
Because Rock's fiercely hanging. He's like, ugh.
Jesus, that meat just disappeared. What the hell?
Aisling keeps it to herself that she's got her little guardian friend with her.
Everybody gets ready and steps outside, where Lou and Rock are waiting with one of those strange behorned lions, the one in with the more gold fur,
So cool.
that bows deeply to you all. Lou kind of waits till you're kind of quite close. We've gathered just outside the camp, and well, what's a reflection of an old chapel?
Oh, yes, we walked past that yesterday.
So, if you'd like to follow us, we have some friends who think that they can help, or have some suggestions, or might have some ideas.
Are we like going?
Yes.
Or but can I just?
Oh, we're not going. We're going to a meeting. But if you want to go and see Alabaster first, we can swing
No,
by
I want
the thing.
just before we go.
Oh,
Like,
of course.
properly.
Yes, I mean, absolutely, completely understand. Look,
Okay, let's go do your thing.
and they lead you out of the camp in a familiar direction. And you are faced with a strange structure that looks like the remnants of... At first you think a modern temple, and then it shifts and seems to be of an older design and twists and turns ever so slightly. Always ruins. But in the way that this strange land always does, changes to reflect different memories of the world the other side. I think we will leave ourselves for a second there and come back in 10 minutes after a quick break. That feels like a nice natural place to stop.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. We are going to grab some drinks and a snack, and we will be right back. In the meantime, if you are hanging around, please check out all our wonderful friends in the intermission video. There are some lovely, lovely people. If you don't grab their details straight off, do not worry. I will be posting individual bits of them on our channels later this week. But if you can, just swing by, say hi, let them know that we sent you and that they are wonderful people doing amazing things. We'll be back about past. See you shortly.
Love you, bye.
Bye. And we're back. I love the extended vogue, just to wait until you could hear. So, hi everybody. We hope you had a lovely break. Before our break, our four friends
Had a great time. And
have a wonderful
fine.
have been dealing with the emotional fallout of discovering just how bad things are with their friend Alabaster. But all is not lost. A plan is being formed, and they are currently being led to a strange echo of a temple from the real world, where they hopefully will meet people who have some keen suggestions or ideas or connections to deities who may be able to assist.
Yeah, we've helped enough fecking gods and shit. Can someone not just fix it for us?
You there, fix this.
Hey, we saved the world so many times. Can you fix our shit?
We don't want to go get mum.
Yeah.
Awesome. For some reason, the audio went very quiet there. So, sorry, bear with me. As you step into these strange ruins, you are greeted by 3 figures and a strange sense that something ancient is watching you all. The first figure is a large, broad human spirit in huge plate armor that I think with Eugene's passive history score, you can date back to the time of the War of the Dragon Lords, and marks him as one of the high houses of Daklan, who obviously fought hard to try and free the North from the grip of those tyrants. His markings and pendant mark him as a paladin of the general, one of the 12 gods of Erevis. The second figure is a beautiful androgynous celestial with 3 sets of wings, all of which in beautiful flaming gold light. They have a huge mask which is emblazoned with sun energy, and everything about them radiates warmth and heat and the brilliance of the day. Standing next to them, beautiful in their own way, but a much more natural sort of beauty, is a very elegant harpy-like creature with blue and green plumage which covers all of their body, and bright green eyes that kind of look into you, and as their head twitches back and forth trying to measure you up.
Chris, you mentioned about us feeling like something ancient was watching us.
Yes.
Is it something that is familiar?
Not that you have felt before.
Got it, okay.
Make me an insight check, though.
I'm fucking loving these 3 figures. Are these the 3 genders? Did we find them?
Finally. Just today's. No, that was a 5, so no.
No. No, nothing familiar about this, just ancient and present.
Okay.
As you arrive through another area comes Brigid with Throne's Blade, who all stand to one side. Rook takes the centre. Blessed representatives, friends and allies, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to assist us with this matter. You 4, it kind of looks around nervously as if he's also looking for another figure, represent agents of our allies, all of whom may have knowledge and prescience that would help with our current situation. I will give the floor to Throne's Blade to explain what we need, and then allow my allies to talk with you.
I'm sorry, you said 4?
Yes. Is Bracken here? The blue bird thing goes, oh yes, Bracken is here. Freach can sense it. So it listens and will answer when it is ready.
Okay.
May I present the Chosen, allies of Throne's Blade, and the Alabaster Guardians. They have been working with us and have been instrumental in putting us in the position we are in now to be able to defend not only this domain, but the power that serves the domains of your masters. This is Eugene Zillman Appleby, who is a high mage and a trusted scholar.
Just Eugene, you know, like Cher.
With them is Skia, a fast-witted and shadowy fighter who has turned up recently, but appears to be very trusted, and therefore should be trusted by us as well. Iskarok Ravorkus, a paladin of the Eastern Dragon, and also a dear storyteller. And Aisling, most trusted of this domain, and protector of the key. May I present Almar Dresh. In life, he was a general of the forces of Daklan. The big man clamps a salute at you all and nods respectfully. This is the True Dawn, who is come to us with reinforcements from Sister Sun's domain. The Celestial gently inclines their head as if noticing you for the first time.
I mean, Rock will obviously bow stupidly for each of these introductions.
Of course.
And Freach, this wonderful master of the Zephyrs, who serves the mistress of the wild winds.
Can I just check Freach's pronouns so I can write them down?
Freach uses any or all.
Alright, cool.
True Dawn uses she, her, and Almar uses he, him. Bracken uses it, its.
Alright, cool.
And Bracken is less a servant and more an ally of the weaver and the farmer, an agent of their realm that existed there before, but is trusted by those gods, from my understanding. Their knowledge is great. Feel free to ask them what you need to when you need to. Throne's Blade. Throne's Blade steps forward. We have much to be grateful for already from both these allies and yourselves and the reinforcements you have brought us. But there is a danger still, a power that is being used to usurp, a mystery to be unlocked that only these four can. An ally lays sick. Aisling has bravely provided succor for as long as she can, but at the cost of her own strength. It is imperative that she meet with they who exist beyond the veil. But we have no links. I have called you all here as high representatives to ask if you know of paths forward wherein the chosen may beg boon from that ever-watching God. If there's any reaction from the True Dawn, it is completely hidden. Bracken, you suddenly understand the name for. There is a sound like wood, like wind through the trees in winter, like the tapping sound of branches against glass or scraping against stone, echoing all around you. And all of you immediately understand their intent. Sometimes the most direct way is the quickest and simplest. Almar looks at you all and goes, I think they prefer not to die to get there, Bracken.
I love Bracken.
I think they would like another route to stand before they...
Need to see the dead place? Die.
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
I mean, it kind of seems it makes sense. We need to get to the realm of the dead. Okay, die.
Die. Fucking love it.
I need to get to France. Go there.
Die.
Yeah.
Die. And end up in France. What?
The France in the sky.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I mean, our purpose is to find a way so that no one has to actually die.
True Dawn speaks, and there's a chiming to their voice, kind of how you imagine sunlight would sound first thing in the morning if it had a noise of its own. If you wish to go to the land of the darkness, where our sun does not touch, where we do not go, for we are creatures of life and light, you will need a guide of darkness, a being who knows. Freach suddenly, her plumage, their plumage puffs out. Yes! Freach thinks a guide. Yes, I like a guide. And she skitters up onto stones.
I love Freach. I love these people.
Are these guides something that you are familiar with? Do you know of these guides, or is this?
She blinks at you. Yes. A celebrant. Is such a thing still in the mortal land? Once Freach knows, before the flying stones happened, that there were celebrants who came and offered succor for those who were to pass. They intimately knew they who belonged to the Vale, and one highest amongst them.
Is this going to be one of those things where there's a great and terrible cost?
I would imagine so, but Chris, I know what they're referring to by celebrants.
Make me a charisma history check.
Charisma history?
Yeah, this would be something to
Charming
do
the
with
fuck out of his history.
stories, basically. So for Rock's perspective, some of it is about how charming he's been and how many stories he's picked up in the
I see, okay.
in the past.
5 is 24.
24. Yes, you have heard of the celebrants. They are, they still exist. They still serve they who exist beyond the veil. Mostly they come to help with people who are ready to pass on. You have also heard rumour that there is a sect of these who actively perform tasks for their god. They are talked about in hushed whispers because it's one of those things that you don't want to draw their attention just in case, because there's a lot of suspicion around death gods.
And do I know where they would be?
That is the problem. You don't know, but perhaps one of these people might know how to get divine favour to figure it out, or and I think because that roll is quite high, you also have a connection to a god.
Yeah.
So if someone were to run you through how to talk to him, he may guide you. Unless Eugene has a spell, or Aisling or Skier have a connection that they would like to pull upon. If a high celebrant does exist, they would keep to themselves, says Ormar, but they wouldn't be impossible to find.
Why would they keep to themselves?
If you are a servant of a god of death, do you really want people knowing about you?
Is that a bad thing?
No.
Humans, and well, not just humans, but particularly humans, tend to be a little superstitious about death and anything connected with it.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stigma attached, and so they tend to keep to themselves when they are committed to the god of death or any of the gods beyond the veil. How would you suggest that we reach out to one of these celebrants, and how quickly could we do so?
There's an exchange between all of them. Our gods could probably tell us, but they would expect something in return at a future date, or if not now.
That would be good.
Well,
Unless one of you has a connection.
well, I could draw on my connection and try. I am a servant of a god, and as such could draw perhaps on them to help us make a connection.
There's a rattling, clicking sound, and all of you understand. The dragon man is a servant of the young god. The youngest. We might help them.
If I also may throw a suggestion into the mix, I'm not sure how to get in contact with them, but we could ask the lawkeeper. I am already promised to do them a favour, so seems only fair they would do something for us.
It seems you have options. We will stand ready should you require our aid. Amar kind of looks at the two of you. I am more than happy to show you my way if you think that would help.
Sure. It doesn't involve any sacrificing.
Oh, not to my god, no. I don't know how much you know about the general, but my general is a god of war when it's needed and peace when it is not. No bloodshed unless necessary.
Also, Eugene, as long as it's not something that requires you to promise more to the lawkeeper, because you're already in their debt.
Well, I've already said that I will do something for them, so it's not like they're going to ask something else of me.
That sound again, that crickling, and it's like the reader can be trusted. They have no race. They have no horse in this race. They only offer knowledge and take knowledge.
Okay, well, perhaps if you collectively could suggest which of these options you think would be most likely to work. Time is somewhat of the essence.
Yeah.
Fitch would love to introduce you to their lady, but a connection, if you have, to a god you already have, that would be quickest and least costly.
Okay, it's do that then, right?
You are in a place of worship already. Ormar kind of steps forward and takes, like, either Rock or Eugene or both of your hands. Perhaps all four of you could pray together.
Right.
Just be here with us, Aisling.
Okay. I've never done that.
You don't need to do anything special. Just be here with us.
Rook just leans in. Maybe think about the Guardian and just send him reassuring thoughts that we're trying to solve things.
But we're not going anywhere right now, right?
No.
No, we're just trying to make a connection.
Okay.
Almar,
I'm going to take out the Fang of Navarra and place it in front of me to use as a channel.
as soon as you draw that sword, Trudorn suddenly starts paying attention. It's a subtle movement, as if, but I think, make an insight check, all of you.
16.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
22.
22.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
Use the advantage.
I can't do maths. I'm sorry. Hang on.
No, it's all right. Take
20
your time.
25.
25. Nice.
I don't have to roll to know that Skia got a 39.
Well, technically, I mean, if we're doing the passive rule, she can't roll below a 24.
Fuck me.
Like I said.
So she... Okay, she actually got 32. However,
us up.
active players here, Eugene, you have the highest. The Fang of Navarra is an item of power, an artifact directly belonging to its god, actively being a part of that god. An angel or a celestial of Trudorn's potency could not help but flinch as another god's power was brought in unexpectedly. You get the impression that Trudorn is not something you surprise easily. And that's what you saw. Rock, her look seems to be towards you, but you get the subtlety in how she's doing it. She's staring right at the Fang of Navarra.
I think Rock is genuinely unconcerned. Like, he's not interested in why. He just is focused on using it right now for as much connection as he can to find out whether we can make this connection.
I like Rock being like, take a picture, it'll last longer. Fuck, we're busy.
Can I just ask, what exactly are we asking for here?
I think, and he kind of looks at his fellows, we need to know if there is a high celebrant of they who exist beyond the veil and where they are in the current world, so that we can find a way to send you there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Now, And he takes you to your knees, both of you. Think on your chosen deities. Think on their symbols, their strengths, their wisdom. Any conversations you've had with them and any connections, the way that they make you feel. And in this place, this crossroads between all the realms, ask for their attention. My advice with Navara is firmly but politely, and with the lawkeeper, ingratiate them. How to call a god.
Threaten to tear a page out of a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, read a book while eating.
Fold a corner to keep your place.
Flatter them that they can only give you knowledge that no one else can.
Well, that seems true in this instance.
I'm going to reach out a hand and touch Eugene, and literally just say, we can do this, and just cast inspiration.
You can do this, boop.
Well, Brock's not quite ready to be.
Yeah, that had such sibling energy of like, I'm mad at you, but
Yeah.
we have to do something.
Exactly.
So you can do it, I guess, or whatever. I still hate you.
It just summed up Rock and Eugene's relationship.
This doesn't mean you're forgiven, by the way.
You quietly contemplate and think out into the world, and I would like both of you to tell me what your thoughts are as you spread yourself as far as you can to reach out for those that might be listening. What do you say to your god to draw attention to them? I'm going to start with Theo, with Eugene, please.
I think initially Eugene thinks of his aunt and the conversation they had about the lawkeeper, and tries to picture. She showed him a symbol that she had of his, so he tries to like hold that in his mind and think of her and her like fondness towards the lawkeeper. And then I think he just kind of, as was suggested, like asks for their help, and lets them know that they need knowledge that no one else can provide.
We're going to combine two skills here. I would like you to roll an intelligence check and add any persuasion modifier you have on top of that.
Well, that's 0, but luckily my intelligence is hot, so...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
You do not lack for brains.
No.
Charisma, on the other hand. That's a nat 20 for a 26.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Plus
we'll come
0
back.
for my persuasion.
We'll come back to you. Rock, what do you say to this mysterious ancient worm that has shown up in your life so many times now to get its attention and bring it here to talk to you?
I think, again, Rock is going to kind of take the advice that's given, and so he literally just kind of projects out using every bit of psychic and spiritual energy that he can connect to, and drawing on his connection to the Song of Creation. And he puts out just literally this kind of very powerful broadcast that says, in the most respectful way, addressing Navarra as, as he should respectfully. But the message that he puts out is that Navarra asked if he was willing to take on the mantle of a paladin who stood for those who could not help themselves or defend themselves. And this is what he is doing now. So to do what he has been asked to do, he's not asking for great power, he's not asking for great boons. He's purely asking for them to help with information to find a high celebrant, to help those who are unable right now to help themselves.
Delicious. I rest my case, Your Honor. My liege.
Make me a charisma persuasion, please.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that was a 15. plus my charisma modifier, which is 5.
Okay.
Plus my persuasion, yes?
So your persuasion would automatically have your charisma modifier added into it, so you just
Got
need to do
it.
that
That's
once.
fine. Oh, okay. In which case it's just 30.
Yeah.
Just 30.
Just 30. It's not Baldur's Gate, you don't add it twice.
God damn.
That'd be scary. Cool. Eugene, you feel a presence. A god cannot enter another god's realm. This you know. This is fact. But they can influence and support those that believe or request, particularly those who already have shown an allegiance of any kind. They cannot speak directly to you, but you feel parchment in your bag rustle and shift and change. And as you pull it out, you see a phrase.
You've got one of those things.
Pick a colour.
Lore.
In Traders Run, death seeks killers. Go there to find what you seek. And as soon as those words appear, you see this turns back into one of Aisling's drawings.
Put that right on the fridge.
Why is that in my bag?
You still have my sketchbook in your hat, so.
Yeah, in my hat.
I'm just kind of assuming that's one of the things
Ashling
Aisling
just
does.
sneaking
Yeah.
drawings
totes.
into my bag.
Yeah.
Actually,
If
left-
it's not adoption papers, it's bad drawings.
Yeah, it's a it's a drawing of Clementine stuck to the roof with jam.
It's the jam hooks plan.
Exactly.
Rock. You feel yourself pulled downwards, spiraling, and you find yourself floating above a familiar set of islands that you haven't been to for a long time. Deep in South Ashore, a strange little set of places known as Traders Run. Traders Run, you have been to before, and you know that this strange little grouping of hovels and small communities is about as wild as Ashur still is. It makes no surprise to you when you hear, "Your future ally seeks ways to defend the innocent. Find them in this place before their enemies do." And then you find yourself back in your body. Almar Dresh is sitting in front of both of you. How did that go?
You guys okay?
Yes, absolutely fine. I think we need to go to Traders Run.
Yes. That's also what the lawkeeper said.
Oh,
Well, didn't say. Sort of left me a note, but now it's this picture of a frog.
oh,
Oh, it looks a bit like
I did
Clementine.
that.
Did you? Oh, you drew it? Okay. Anyway, yes, back to the life and death situation.
Okay.
That's where we will find our ally.
Where is that?
Well, it's a little way away, but we may need a little help getting there.
Certainly.
I think I could help with that, potentially.
Okay.
If you wish to save your magic, I can try and push you through to the void to be there.
Try?
Things have been difficult. Your shield is making it harder to travel back to the
I
scattered
imagine
lands.
Skier is enjoying hearing this.
Skier's like, yay,
Gia
teleporting.
is being very,
Oh,
very
probably.
sort of cool. I am totally processing this all later at the moment. She's completely disassociating as much as she can at the moment because this is all.
Sorry, babe.
This
Well,
is
she's
all up
not. She's
here.
standing there trying to work out whether it's possible, if she needs to. Can she kill everyone in this room with her blades? How do you
And
stab a
could
ghost?
she get a dinghy to Traders Run?
She's trying to work out whether she should hit on True Dawn or Freach.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean,
Well,
Bracken's doing it for me. Take that concept down the aisle.
Yeah, Michelle says she's playing out all those scenarios.
Love it.
Okay, well, I am quite happy to take Eugene's guidance on how best to get there. But we do need to move soon.
Yes, please.
Well, I can cast plane shift.
Great. Rock's going to just stand up and just address the people in the room, and just kind of very loudly say, is there anything else any other guidance that you can offer us in terms of what we can do if we find this celebrant? Is there anything you can tell us about they beyond the veil that could help us to persuade them?
That rustling, clicking, grinding, longer than it has been before, and you instinctively understand that Bracken is saying, death is not easily bargained with, but the celebrant will be a guardian of life more than a servant of death. take their knowledge and they should be able to guide you. True Dawn looks directly at you. Your God and my God are well-known allies, for the Navara touches the sky where my God stands and guides the earth below him. Should you need assistance in the mortal realm, her physical presence sits upon the throne of Daklan. Present yourself to her and speak my name, and the rooms will show true that you are friend. Almar crosses his line. I have been through the land of the dead before my God claimed me.
Oh, me too.
It is a strange, twisting place. And even if you go alive, I think you will be tested in ways you possibly could not understand. So I offer you this. Stay true to who you are. Stay strong in your convictions. And rely on each other. Like any fight, you are only ever as strong as the man to your left and right, or woman, or other. He kind of looks at Freach for a second as if he's just had that difficult conversation recently.
You know, it's quicker if you just say person. That covers all bases.
Entity.
Thank you. I will endeavour to do that better. I came through it whole and myself because of what I believed in. It seems that you all have a similar goal. Let that be your strength, if nothing else. Freach goes, my God is a dancing thing who cares not for little concerns, but only for the big things. She is the bride of the tempest, and the kiss of the wind on your lips. So Freach cannot promise anything because she does not know what one's God is thinking. But, and Freach kind of pulls out a feather from each and hands one to each of you. Keep a piece of Freach with you. If so minded, my goddess can find you and assist.
That's very generous of all of you. Thank you.
There's something between her and Skia, which we'll come back to when Michelle is back. As if there's a conversation underneath the conversation. And Skia nods once. Maybe my goddess is not quite as far as I thought. But luck wins luck on you. May the favoured winds always fill your sails, and may the zephyrs carry your songs to the edge of creation.
Whoa,
Thank you.
that was pretty.
Bracken creaks and moans and shifts. I was here before the gods. I will be here after. I have nothing to offer you, but I know that you will succeed, 'cause strong wood binds together. It seems you have what you can. Shall we return to camp?
Yes, I think we should prepare, and then we can make our move as soon as we can.
We're gonna go soon, though, right?
Yes, we just need to stop in with Alabaster, and then I don't think there's much more we need to do to prepare, really.
Okay.
Thank you again for all of your guidance and somewhat confusing words of wisdom. Just one thing I did want to say. I do hope that you are aware that this is not something we undertake purely selfishly. We do not want to lose Aisling or Alabaster, but it's not just for selfish reasons. They have become as important to what we're trying to achieve as any of us are. And collectively, we have the best chance of doing what we need to do for the greater good of everyone.
Omar kind of nods. And for that, we will fight all the harder, so that this realm is safe for when you resolve this. So that your land has one less thing to concern it. Go in good faith, warriors of now, and know that we servants acknowledge your strength, your wisdom, and your courage. They separate and go off, obviously heading back to their own camp, parts of the camp, to start rallying their troops and preparing for the day, leaving the rest of you with Throne's Blade, Rook, Lou, and Bridget. Bridget, who's been very quiet through all of this, it's kind of like just watching. She motions for you all to kind of step out of the cathedral. She moves far enough away, and then she kind of seems to, okay, go. Bracken has a terrible habit of hanging around where they're not wanted. Are you all okay?
That feels like a particularly kind of relative question right now.
In relation to that meeting, are you okay?
We have our next step. That's really all I wanted to get from that, and all I can focus on right now is we need to find the celebrant, and then I guess ask them how we take the next step.
Now we better get you prepared. I will see if I can summon up. Do you need healing potions, rations?
Literally always.
I'm sure we could do with some healing potions. But
I will
Please.
gather what we can spare from our quartermasters. Lou, can I trust you too? And he goes, oh, fine, but only because it's these four. If it were anyone else, not a chance.
I love Lou.
Throne's Blade, I will meet you back where the Guardian lays. And into the sky.
So extra.
Always.
Just walk.
Could have taken us with her.
You didn't give us a lift, Jesus.
right, shall we?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bridget leads the way. You make your way back to the camp. To where Alabaster is secluded away.
Whilst we're walking, Aisling is going through her bag and she's going like, shit, fuck, fuck, wait, shit.
What are you doing?
I can't find my book.
What did you do with it?
I to know?
What do you mean you don't know? You always have your
Wait,
notebook.
what book?
My notebook.
Your sketchbook.
You threw it at me last night. I put it in my hat. Well, I
At you?
didn't throw it at me, just sort of in my general direction. But I don't think you really knew I was there. Anyway, I put it in my hat for safekeeping. I didn't want you to lose it.
Thank you.
I
I
can
promise I
hang on
won't
to
throw
it.
it. Can I have it back? I promise I won't throw it at you.
Yeah, if you want it back, you can have it back. But I can also keep it for a while if you want me to.
No, I think I'd want it.
Okay.
Thanks.
He reaches into the hat,
Nice.
gets it.
Okay. Oh, that feels better. All right.
I mean, eventually he pulls out several other books first. And then
Of
it's like,
course.
oh no,
Of
that's
course.
not.
I
Sorry.
picture Aisling holding like a million of them whilst
Yeah.
you're trying to find the sketchbook.
It's a similar shape.
Are you just embodying what
Book-shaped.
ADHD would be like with
It's
a bag of
book-shaped,
holding?
yes.
It's the ADHD hat.
I can't put down the ADHD, so.
Yes, I just
Yeah.
love that idea. Just the idea is like I won't go in for one item, and that is not the item I went in for.
Nope,
So what happens to me every time I go into another room?
Yay!
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Or open another browser. Or...
Yeah,
This is not the thing I came in here for.
yeah. Wait. Half an hour ago, I came to do this thing. Why am I doing this now? You arrive back at camp with books in the right places, and find that Alabaster is sitting up, and sitting on his knee are the imps that came to find you, already arguing amongst themselves, minus Percussion, of course, who has been clinging invisibly to Aisling all day. And Rock, I think every time you get close to Aisling, this kind of imp appears, because you've got blind sight when you're holding the thing in the bar.
Rock's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock's just kind of wondering where this is going, but he's not going to ask.
Emotional support imp.
Yeah.
National support imp.
I thought your goat was the emotional support goat.
I have a lot of emotional support critters, alright? I have an emotional
I need a
support
lot of
petting
emotional
zoo.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once we get back up, when we go to where the Alabaster is, Rock's just going to be like, "But what are you doing? Shouldn't you be resting?"
I am resting, but these two are telling me a story.
Fair enough. Stories help.
Yes, I learned that from you, funnily enough.
You're clearly not well. That was a compliment, I think.
Didn't say they were good stories, just as I learned that
there
from
we
you.
go.
There you go. That sounds good. Okay. Anyway, we have things to do, so we're going to be gone for a bit.
Oh, bye then, I suppose. Just popping in and going away.
Well, yes, pretty much.
Not like I'm dying or anything.
Well, just so we're clear, if you do die before we get back, I will haunt you, and I'll probably try and bring you back to life so I can kill you myself. So rest up.
Love you too. So what happened? Where are you going? What's going on?
We've got to find a celebrant, and they're gonna. Tell
Oh
us...
my God! You really do think I'm going to die? You're going to get a celebrant?
No, not like that.
Yep.
No, like to Sharp Rock, to do the thing where we go to the beyond the veil, and they're gonna help us. Apparently.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How are you going beyond the veil?
I don't know.
That's why we need the celebrant's help. But at the moment, we're focusing on
Because
just
you're doing it in the not expected way, I take it.
preferably.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Okay.
So yes, we've had some help, and we're going to Trader's Run.
Mhm.
Have we been to Trader's Run before? Am I missing out?
You're not missing out, I promise.
Okay. Bring me back a souvenir. Fridge magnet.
Magnet.
Or a bobblehead.
Yes, I'll ask Eugene to get you a fridge magnet.
See if they're doing a Eugene bobblehead yet.
Okay.
I really doubt that.
I mean, we could make it happen.
If you really want a bobblehead, I can get you one of my father's. He's got like 2 boxes in the attic.
Can I just have your father's head?
Oh my
Would
god,
that be
that's
okay?
utterly terrifying.
That is unhinged.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Doesn't he have any of the rest of the bright blades? I'm sure there's like other ones.
We'll get you
Find
an
you something suitably tacky and garish.
Is there an Uncle
Amazing.
Perb bobblehead, or is
There
that been
is indeed
outlawed?
a Tythig Perb bobblehead.
Stunning.
Oh,
Tythig Perb
Stunning.
hates them.
see, I actually think that's if Rock heard that there was a bobblehead of Eugene's father, he would immediately be like, "Is there one of your uncle?"
Yes.
Okay, Aisling, keep an eye out for one of those. We have to buy a bobblehead of Tythik.
Okay, but if you
Okay.
have one, you can't bring it into the house. He hates them.
I feel like in Rook and Ashling's head, that is in me top of
That's
the
exactly
fucking
why
list of
we're
things
bringing
to
it
do.
into the house. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
To annoy the man whose house we live in.
Yeah.
Good plan. I'm sure nothing can go wrong.
Hey, short-sighted satisfaction.
He's also really powerful magic user. He could do some pretty nasty things.
Oh yeah, no, I think your family have proved that they're quite powerful and can do some really nasty things.
That felt like shade at me directly,
Mm.
but I
Oh no.
No. Just at your charming grandfather.
and I mean technically
Great
Pearl's not
grandfather.
actually my family.
Well, there you go. All the more reason. Right, shall we stock up and get ready to go?
You are all provided with a greater healing potion each and 2 normal healing potions,
Oh, God bless.
plus about 10 days worth of rations if you need them.
Was that 2 normal healing potions?
2 normal ones, so 1 greater, 2 normal.
Nice, nice, nice.
Bridget's apologetic. She wanted to give you more, but they're still fighting a war. Although it's better at the moment, they still regularly need to make sure soldiers are taken care of and protected. Rock, Bridget says. Yeah, can I borrow you for a second? You are muted.
Sure.
She kind of heads, takes out and takes you outside of the tent. I have something, and you don't have to accept it. It's my old armor. It is silver dragon scale. It may help in some terrifying situations. It used to make me feel braver, but things have changed for me, and I think it would suit you better if you will take it.
I mean, that's very kind of you, but do you not need it here?
I have Shadow Veil armor that helps me navigate these lands quicker. It is better suited for these jobs, but to be honest, and if you see Scathe, I think he will understand. I do not think, even once we have won, and I am certain we will win, Lou and I will be returning to the material plane. For you, months have passed. For us, years. And we are much changed for that experience.
But I mean, you don't look at you both look just the same.
It's just the Fey blood. She smiles.
Fair.
And I would rather see this armor in the hands of someone who will use it.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. I will wear it with honor.
My pleasure. Now, Throne's Blade is still happy to help if you need assistance getting back to the material plane. If Eugene wants to save spell slots, if Eugene would like to go ahead, then they are not going to be offended by that. I don't think it's very hard to offend Throne's Blade. Odd creature.
Don't challenge me. I think I think I can. Well, I'll check with Eugene, but if Eugene is still up for it, I think I would trust Eugene.
Fair. She just reaches in and grabs you for a hug.
I'll give her a hug back. Cautiously.
Yeah. No. Take care of them.
Suspiciously. I don't really think that's the way these roles work anymore.
I think
But
they
I
still
will do
need
what
you
I
more
can.
than you think they do. It's like Lou. She smiles and goes, he'd be absolutely lost without me.
Oh God, yes, we all know that.
She comes back in with Rock. Right, does everybody have everything they need?
I think
Yeah.
so. Eugene, are you still happy to get us there?
Gives a lift.
Yeah.
Gives a lift. Eugene's driving, everyone.
Yeah. Everyone put in a $5 for petrol, be fair.
Be fair, yeah. Like a level 1 spell slot, give it to Eugene so that Eugene,
I call shotgun.
He's got the orcs.
Bridget gives you all a quick hug. Stay together, watch each other's backs, and we will see you before we know it. Good luck. She steps back. Alabaster, I will come back a little bit later. You two, and she kind of points to the imps, are not supposed to be in here. And if Rook catches you, he will send you back to where he summoned you from. So be careful. And they kind of both salute her.
I love them, such little
She
shits.
she just rolls her eyes. See you soon. Sure, you don't want to stay for a couple of days? We could, I don't know, just read, draw. I've never laid on the Gadlock's bed. I'd like to do that. I am totally stalling because I'm terrified of being apart from you all again. I'm sorry.
Same.
Right. Who's giving me a hug first?
No, you're all crumbly.
Oh, I'm
no
fine.
one touch him. No.
Bear hugs.
Yeah, just gentle air hugs.
You are, I guess, my family?
Yeah.
And I quite like that. So,
You're in our family too.
please come back soon.
Look, we're just going to Trader's Run.
Yeah, I know, but
To negotiate with the god of death?
We'll jump off that bridge. Well, bad phrasing, but we'll jump off that bridge when we get to it.
we have to jump off a bridge.
Oh, we have to swim for an hour.
Oh.
Well, I am so proud of all of you. We have all become amazing people, even if some of us are a little crumbly around the edges right now.
Rude.
And I cannot wait to be back on my feet so that I can continue to help you however I am allowed to do so.
You will be. We'll do it. Just don't try not to crumble too much whilst we're gone, okay?
Yeah. Eugene and Rock, in your mind as he's talking to Aisling, you both hear, if you have to choose her.
Unfortunately, way ahead of you with that. Sorry, no offense.
Completed it, mate.
There's no response, but you kind of get this sort of satisfaction that he read that right.
Rox doesn't respond.
Now, go. You can't make me better if you're hanging around here looking all teary-eyed. It's you know.
You were just trying to persuade us to stay.
Yeah, I've changed my mind, clearly. Love you all.
Yeah, we gotta go. Okay.
Oh, also, and kind of just reaches out and boops the imp.
What, percussion?
I think a friend is going to stay with you.
I fucking thought they were there.
God, he's coming with.
Okay.
God damn it.
Why are you hiding?
Rock, wherever you're standing, you can see he's signing something. But obviously Aisling can't see that because
No,
he's
I'm just
invisible.
Can I tell what he's signing?
No, he's too far behind her. You can only pick out like odd words here and there. And it
She
doesn't
just
quite
holds
make
a
sense.
little cube of meat out. It's like, where are you?
The impression you get is because she keeps feeding him.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, I think it may have answered your own question. He's probably just hiding and waiting for food.
I'm like the crazy pigeon lady, but with imps.
Also, Aisling, he signs, so we probably need to try and teach you some words. Okay.
That'd be cool.
Theo. Is Eugene going to try and cast Plane Shift?
Before we do, are we leaving the tent? Are we out of the tent yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we go out of the tent, I am just gonna hang back and just rip a page out of the sketchbook and give Alabaster a drawing.
He takes it. He's
Is
just
it the one
holding
of Clementine on the roof?
You can put it on the fridge when we bring you a fridge magnet.
He's holding in his massive hands this little tiny
Yeah.
shed of paper, and he's just looking at it.
It's one of the earliest drawings I did of all of us, including him. Like when we'd first met him manifested.
Amazing.
I drew the whole gang doing some chaos together, and it's really threadbare, and there's big coffee stains on it, and there's
It's
shitty little
perfect.
doodles all over it, and yeah, it's a right mess. But it was the first one she did when she saw him in real life, so she's just
That
just
is
keep that, and okay, but I'm gonna see you soon, okay?
absolutely.
Okay.
Good luck.
I do love you, Alabaster.
I do love you too, Ashley. And keep an eye on Rock. I worry about that boy.
I'm constantly fucking worried about him. Okay, bye. Bye, imps. Come on, percussion, let's go.
They wave and hoot and shout. And then Alabaster shushes them and they hoop and shout loud, quieter.
Okay. Ashley's definitely a bit teary as she leaves.
Rock's going to, also when we're outside, Rock's just going to tap Eugene on the shoulder and just say, try not let us plummet through the shield or anything. And I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration.
Great. So inspired.
So inspiring.
Leading the
You know
leader
what?
of
I
men.
thought of that. Good
Oh,
point. Yeah.
Nelson Mandela's got nothing on you. Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the future emperor.
I will
Let's kill a
inspire the nation.
Oh dear.
Okay,
Cast.
so we ready to do this? We need to stand in a circle, and everyone needs to hold hands.
But there's only 4 of us. Wouldn't that be a square?
Do we have to sing? Is there singing involved?
No singing,
Yes.
no dancing. Just make sure that everyone, every entity that wishes to leave the plane with us needs to be holding hands in the circle.
Yeah, get him
Hold a
down.
cube of meat somewhere. Where the fuck are you?
I'll grab one of Percussion's tiny little hands because I can actually see them,
Yeah.
and then just give the other one to Aisling, and then go just there, hold his hand.
Okay.
This is
So
ridiculous.
little, like a little rat. Okay.
Exactly, with wings.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, now hold hands to the person next to you, and this is very important. Don't let go. Like, not even for a second. Just stay holding hands.
What happens if we do?
You
Well,
plummet
don't.
through the sky shield? I'm imagining.
Well,
No one do
yeah,
that.
I don't really know where you'll end up.
Okay, we don't have time for that. Everyone, hold on.
And I will cast plane shift.
Amazing. I would like you to make me an Arcana check.
Got inspiration as well. Not that you're gonna fecking need it, but
Oh yeah, I do have inspiration. I'm feeling so inspired.
oh, it's really moving that speech rock.
I know.
That's a good roll. Okay,
Oh.
that's a 27 plus 16. I don't know what that is.
Fucking hell.
43.
I rolled a 19.
43.
I rolled a 19 on the d20, an 8 on the d8, and I add 16 for Arcana.
That is
Whoa.
43. That might be the
43.
highest skill check roll.
Yeah, in this game.
You
In this series, anyway. 43.
Fuck.
Fucking hell. Wow.
You
man.
feel-
Achievement unlocked.
Who's a clever boy? Ding.
It's me. Get that achievement.
You feel a resistance as you push away. Like, how does this spell manifest for Eugene?
I think so. As we're all standing in this circle, holding hands, starting at Eugene, I think like runes start to appear underneath everyone's feet and make like a magic circle, like a teleportation kind of circle. But then, and they start to glow purple, and that gets brighter and brighter, and then after this kind of like rush of magical energy around, like sort of you can sort of feel it going through all of us, like passing from hand to hand, kind of like when, I don't know if everyone did this when they were a kid, but I grew up in the countryside, so when you put your hand on an electric fence and then you're holding hands and you see how many people it can travel down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that feeling.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And then I think like loads of like, so when Eugene casts magic, usually there's like a portal that opens. I think just like multiple doors open around this sort of circle, and then he kind of feels which one is the right one to step through, if that makes sense.
They twist and turn, and then the right one is there.
Yeah.
Just sweeps forward. I love that. That's very cool.
That is so cool.
There is a barrier the other side, a familiar barrier. You see the blue shimmer of the sky shield heading towards you in this kind of semi-ethereal form that you have taken to move between places. And it tries to force you back. And it is only the strength of your ability that breaks you through.
Yeah, fuck off,
Each of you
43.
take 7 force damage
Ha!
as you go through.
Ow!
Oh my god, what happens to...
How many hit points does the imp have?
I don't know. Ask.
Sufficient.
Okay.
Huh?
More than
Sufficient.
7.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
You
I think the whole way when the magic's like starting up and everything, Rock is telepathically communicating with Percussion and just saying, "It's all fine. Don't worry. Just keep holding hands," because, like, he's not going to be used to high levels of magic, is he?
I mean, you see some pretty weird stuff being in the Land of Dust and Shadows, but this is new.
Shit.
Yeah. Why do you think
is
he
why
doesn't
he's-
talk?
Yeah.
Battle hardened percussion.
He does, like, he doesn't shriek, but that connection, you feel his pain coming back at you. You all feel pulled and, like, forced against you, and you kind of, I think more than one of you gets a little bit of a nosebleed as you land. With plane shift, do you go directly to where you want to be? Yep.
You specify target destination like in general terms. So we do end up in Trader's Run, but where that is in Trader's Run is I can't unless I know the sigil sequence of a teleportation circle, which I do not.
We're not squished into a
Trader's
pantry again, are we?
Sorry, Chris, can I just check? Would you be able to specify somewhere within Trader's Run? Like the harbour in Trader's Run or something like that?
No,
Okay.
that would need to be so teleportation. You could do that. So once we get onto the material plane, so I
Okay.
can
That fast travel
specify.
point.
I can specify a place and a plane. So I can say we want to go to Trader's Run on the material plane.
Got it, okay. No, I was just trying to figure out whether I could have helped Eugene before
Yeah.
that prepare to get somewhere closer, but that's...
No,
that's
I did think of that. I was going to ask if that because you've been there before. But yeah, I looked at the spell and it's more general than teleportation, which I guess is why
Yeah.
you don't have to roll for it. It's just because it's more
just
general.
happens, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Cool.
You find yourselves in a sandstone street, narrow, tight, crockery and homestead stuff, washing hanging from the walls, bustles of city noise around you. Rock, you recognize one of the islands of Trader's Run. You have arrived where you are. You also feel the imp go limp in your hand. He is alive, but he is not well.
Oh, well, I would assume he becomes visible then, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He kind of faints into, I don't know who catches him, Aisling or Rock, but he faints into their hands.
I'm just going to say to Aisling, it's fine, he's alive, and I will cast Healing Word.
Cool. Yeah, he's only got a grand total of 8 hit points. So
But
This is when I rolled a 43, eh?
Okay. Well,
God.
he gets his full hit points back.
that would have been a right bummer if we'd arrived and there's just viscera.
Aisling just holding a little hand.
Yeah,
I don't know what would have happened actually, because that would have broken the circle, so we could have ended up. Who knows? what.
anywhere. Yeah. You as soon as you do that, as you kind of set up, there's buzzing, and I think Rock.
Aisling, the wasps are back.
Or the dungeon bees. It's hard to tell.
God, or someone
You-
didn't turn their phone off.
Receive the following message.
Empire at Albatross, go to your ship. Vargren has moved it to a safe spot. If you're dead, sorry about it. Maybe learn Revivify. Love, Joe.
Cool! That was so cool!
A big thank you to Josh for recording that for me.
I love it!
Rock's just like that. The ship's the Albatross or something. I just got a message. Don't worry.
What?
What?
What are you on about?
Oh, Joe just sent me a message.
Oh, what?
Would you like me
How?
to run through what Joe said again, or would you like me to replay it for you?
Replay it.
Yeah.
Empire at
on,
Albatross,
Bogan.
go to your ship. Vargren has moved it to a safe spot. If you're dead, sorry about it. Maybe learn Revivify. Love,
Oh, I can
Joe.
play it, I think.
The Empire at Albatross. Your Vargren has moved the ship. Go straight there. If you're dead, sorry about it. Maybe learn Revivify. Love, Joe.
Move the ship
Okay.
to where, Joe? That would be helpful.
It's alright, we can message or whatever. Yeah, I'll just relay to everyone and just say, okay, so as we expected, the Empire have arrived at the Albatross. So Joe's just sent a message saying that the ship has been moved to somewhere safe.
Okay,
That's it, somewhere safe.
great. So we're never going to find it again.
Although he did sound like he'd be disappointed if we were dead, so, you know,
Oh.
so pass, yeah.
There is a
Okay.
teleportation circle on the ship.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, that's good to know, I guess.
Okay.
Right, well, the good news is I recognise the island that we're on, so we are at least in the right place.
Good.
But I don't know exactly in Traders Run where these celebrants are. So I guess we have to...
Right.
Ask around.
Well,
But aren't they really secretive?
Oh yeah.
yes, but in the message that I got when I was in trying to commune with Navara, I was told that the celebrants here seek ways to defend the innocent. So it sounds like they are in some way some kind of protectors in the shadows. So
Do you think there's like a rule that says that gods can't just say what they mean?
no, I think they just like to fuck with us.
Or do they just like to fuck with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't ever just say things, do they?
Oh no, everything's a riddle. It's always a have to find them beneath the full moon, underneath the circle of doom. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, Michelle makes a good point. We can just attack an innocent and then they'll be
That's
there
literally
right
what
there.
my first thought was.
Well, I mean,
Speaking of Michelle, or more precisely of Skia, she turns to you all with wide eyes. I just got an answer. I think I know how we can find the celebrant.
wait, you just got an answer from who?
From who?
And that's where we're going to leave today's episode.
Ah! I knew it. I knew it.
Skia's making private phone calls.
Yeah, sharing is caring, Skill.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, tell Eugene.
Ah, dear. Guys,
Boy.
oh boy. I'm going to jump to something a little bit more upbeat.
She'll just saying she started shit with someone and got answers.
Yeah. Gee, Skia,
Michelle,
how did you get the
will-
answers? Oh, I don't know. It may have
When
been
I'm
my blade
fucking-
pressed to their windpipe.
Went and mugged an orphan and now I know what we need to do.
Mugged an
Michelle,
orphan.
I will message you and tell you a couple of things that Skia would have been aware of that the others would not have been. So you have that. We can dance with that next week. You're feeling
Alright
better.
then, keep your secret.
She
Secrets.
does, all the time.
Alright then.
Oh, yeah,
Dropping no eaves.
let's not talk about secrets, shall we?
Folks, this has been a really good
secret
episode.
from everyone. Just from
I told my followers.
I told my aunt,
Yeah, it's true.
not you.
Yeah.
She understood the wisdom, so it wasn't like it was the only person who thought it was a good right thing to do. This has been a wonderful episode. Heavy at the start,
good.
lighter towards the end.
But we missed
Huge.
Michelle.
We missed Michelle. We really
Yeah,
did,
miss you,
and
Michelle.
totally would have loved your insights into this episode. But I will catch up with you and tell you what Ski has been up to, and we'll reveal some of that next week. Huge thanks to Josh for the cameo. That was
Multimedia
brilliant.
entertainment system.
Thank you, Josh.
It was a lot of fun, and I really do appreciate that he put it together a couple of weeks ago for me, and I've been waiting for the right moment to unleash it on you.
I love it.
We will be back next week. Hopefully, all of us will be back next week. Unless somebody else gets it, we'll just pass it down the line.
Thank you. I don't want
Don't want it. No, done. Thank you all to our amazing audience, you wonderful, wonderful community who come down and see us live, and to you amazing people who catch up on the VODs, because we know that you're there. We see you dropping in and saying hello. You are amazing. We love that you share this space with us, and we appreciate that not everybody can watch live. So that means a lot to us because
You're all a bunch of babes.
yeah, you're amazing. Yeah, it just leaves us to let you know what is coming up and where you can find us. And we're going to start with... I'm going to start with Wayne today.
Hi, everybody. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. You can find me online everywhere, pretty much, under Created by Wayne, which is my social handle and my YouTube channel and my website, where I do stuff like helping creators and small businesses to promote their products and services online through good design and branding and learning how to use Canva like more of a professional. And that's about it. Okay, love it. Bye.
Hooray! Yes, wonderful stuff coming up. Keep your eye out. There is some new stuff coming from Wayne. He's working very hard at the moment, and should be launching hopefully very soon. Theo.
That's me. You can find me crying about Lord of the Rings. You can find my illustration and stuff on my website, which is theoblueillustration.com, and you can find other places to follow me if you wanna. You can.
Well, you can. Thank you so much.
Also, they have a super cool book out.
Do have a super cool.
I do have a book out that you can buy.
Very, very cool. Charlie Saurus.
That is me. You can find me crying about Castlevania because I've started watching that now and it's shattering my soul into 1,000 pieces. No
So
spoilies.
good.
I'm only on season 3, no spoilies.
Cool.
But fuck me, it's good. Yeah, all my shit's at charlievince.com, which has linked to my Instagram, which is kind of all I use at the moment. There's a shop on there, there's my portfolio. Yeah, just have a look at my Instagram, and there's something, there's occasionally things on my Instagram to do with my spooky page too, which is charlie.veee, Charlie V, which has got, the slightly less kids book illustration stuff in it.
But some beautiful stuff.
It's a spooky place. I love it. Yeah, that's about it from me, but also hi mum, love you mum.
Hi, Charlie's mom.
Who's being a trooper and staying up and watching us, even though we're after her bedtime.
Just, and during the break, make yourself a nice cup of tea and watch us in bed.
Hell yeah! I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Totally good nighttime watching, I'm sure.
Super chill, no emotional damage. All good.
super appreciate you showing up and joining us every week, Charlie's mum, and everybody else as well. It
Yeah,
really does
thank
mean
you,
the world to us.
everybody.
I guess that just leaves me. You can find me at Chris Mepham Art, wherever your media is socialed. I am also usually the voice between at Some Other Heroes as well. There's a link tree somewhere. You can find all my links there.
It's in the chat.
Mostly trying out Blue Sky at the moment, feeling like it's a little old school Twitter, which is quite nice. Also starting to upload artwork collections to Kara as well, because I'm not doing well in terms of engagement there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use it as a portfolio site, which is actually what I feel like it's intended for, really.
It works quite well for that.
Yeah. I have commission slots open. If you have a look at my stuff and you're like, hey, I quite like that, and you'd like a character stuff, reach out. Let me know what you've got you're interested in. I would love to talk to you. Other than that, we will all be back next week. Have an amazing week ahead. Roll dice. Tell stories. Oh yeah, Michelle, Feline Trickster. She doesn't post much. She's not really on social, but you can find her in our amazing Discord, where she does share some of her work. And you can see both, well, pretty much everybody else's bits and pieces from here as well as some other people.
You have to attack the innocent to get Michelle to show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Start shit with an orphan, and then Michelle's like, "It's my artwork."
She will fight. Drop into our Discord. We have amazing places to share your art, to share whatever projects you're going up to. Come
Pet
and share
pics.
wonderful
Pet pics.
memes, pet pics, just general discussion. If you want to ask me any questions or want me to establish anything about the lore, just drop me a message there. I will happily write chunks of stuff for
And
this
you
game.
can tell us cool shit about your home games too.
Exactly. We'd love to hear that as well.
We love a storyteller.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that is up from us. See you soon. Roll dice. Tell stories. Take care of one another. You're all amazing. We
Love you, bye.
Bye.